Welcome to Inside Indiana Overtime. Alex McCarthy, Jordan Gusky here. Hours away from National Signing Day for football, but for the moment, we're going to talk about one of the stranger games, I guess, of this season and the most dominant 10 minutes of basketball I think I've ever seen Indiana play. IU was down by 11 multiple times, and midway through the first half against Michigan, got it back to within 4 points. They were down 24-20, and then they went on a 28-0 run where IU shot, I think, 11 for 14 from the floor. Michigan missed all 13 of its shots during that stretch, if I'm remembering that correctly.
13.
And Indiana built a lead that it never gave up. I mean, it got close at the end, but it was a total. I mean, it wasn't a 13-point game.
Yeah, it was that 13-2 run to end the game for Michigan came against IU's bench.
Right.
And that's going to happen when you
their deep bench.
Yeah, the deep bench. When you put in the deep ends, like when you got Tharp playing, you know the game's pretty much over. It was just like you said, it was weird. Just Michigan just all of a sudden it seemed like forgot how to score, missed everything they possibly could, and then IU just could do no wrong. And then and it came from everybody too. Nine different Hoosiers scored tonight, anywhere from 2 to Farrell's team leading 17 points. And at that point, I think there were 8 Indiana players who had scored not during the 28-0 run, but by the end of that 28-0 run, and no one had more than 10 points. So it was a truly team effort. Gil fell in his first game back at Michigan since playing there last
Senior
year.
night.
Yeah. He had, I think, 5 points and 7 rebounds, and the 7 rebounds were a team high for the Hoosiers. So, he played well in his return, and I'm sure he's happy about that.
Yeah, he looked a little bit trigger happy. He was 2 for 8 from the floor, but played well, played fairly within himself at times. And Tom Crean said Beal felt was something like plus 25 at a certain point
In the first half.
I don't know how accurate that is, but
Crean wouldn't lie.
No, of course not. But this was kind of a statement win that Indiana was looking for. Michigan's not a ranked team, but Michigan was 7-2 coming into this game in the Big Ten, and it's a road game, and it's a dominant win, even though the final score again doesn't really look like it was a dominant win. I mean, they were up 25 with like the under 8 timeout. I mean, it was not a close game, but
it was over at halftime.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, Indiana just had all the momentum and everything on its side. And we've talked about Indiana not necessarily being a paper tiger, but it just hasn't beaten very good teams in very tough situations. Has this begun to kind of convince you?
I think so. I think it's just because of Michigan is not an easy place to play. This was a team like we've been talking about. They need to beat a team that's up there in the rankings or really up there in the Big Ten. And Michigan was 7-2, so it's not like they were not like they were supposed to be a cakewalk. And they went in there and they demolished the Wolverines. And I think if you go to any Big Ten arena and do a 28-0 run on a team, I think you have something pretty good going on. Especially if they still only shot 33% from 3, and that's a team that
Indiana,
like I've said, I think for every overtime since they've started not shooting the ball well from 3, this is a team that has the capability to shoot 50% from 3. And not only did they not do that, but it didn't even matter.
No, it's the second game in a row where Indiana hasn't really shot as well as maybe it wanted to from behind the arc, but like you said, it just didn't matter. I mean, Indiana just dominated every part of this game. They won the rebounding battle by 14. They outscored Michigan in the paint 44-30. Indiana got 26 bench points. So, and like you said, everyone kind of contributed a little bit. I thought OG Anunoby played outstanding. Maybe the best that he's played all season. I thought Juwan Morgan played really, really well, even though his stat line is very pedestrian. It's like 2 points and a rebound or something like that. But I thought Juwan Morgan was very important when Colin Hartman and Thomas Bryant and Troy Williams got into foul trouble. He was able to fill in and play really good defense at times, I thought. So, one of Indiana's best performances this year, if not its best. Very impressive showing. They go to Penn State on Saturday, where conceivably they'll probably win and be 9-1 in conference play, which is insane. But yeah, that's where we are. It looks like Indiana might be moving up in the rankings maybe next week if they do beat Penn State. So we'll see what happens. But we're gonna go to bed because we have to get up in a few hours for National Signing Day. Follow us then. Biggest day of the year for 24/7 Sports. So we're going to get out of here, get some sleep. It's almost midnight. We're going to be up by 6. So we'll see you later. Enjoy the rest of your week, and thanks for watching.